I'd like to take some time to go over a few things that we've talked about tonight. There's been a lot of printed misinformation and misstatements spoken that I've not chosen to address in an attempt originally to keep the negative attention out of Monroeville. But due to the mayor's love of the camera and his arrogance as well as ignorance, we are at the center of attention, all for political reasons sadly based on false information. I was asked by a prominent figure in Monroeville politics to clear up certain concerns, as I didn't want to start to get into a big battle amongst council, but I was asked to do this. It's been said to me by two other council people that Mr. SIlka's recollections of the conversations were not accurate. But I chose not to get into a big battle of he said, she said, or what he really said, since I was the apparent target of the mayor's attacks. What is accurate, that there were numerous concerns regarding Doug Cole's responsibilities that were brought out, some of which all of this council would know about. There were numerous things sent to us by the previous manager, every single person on this council got. Then additional information was brought forth. Some information was investigated, some was left untouched. We asked if another legal entity should handle certain issues, but once again, in an attempt to keep Monroeville out of the negative spotlight, our manager was charged to do this task. After months of inactivity on numerous issues, including privacy concern and the information surrounding the handling of it, personnel discipline, and also the significant decline of police and supervisors, frustrations continued, and it was not just me. Finally, it was decided that we needed to make sure that Mr. SIlka was aware that he needed to do something, and to do nothing was not acceptable. Mr. Erb told me that he spoke to Jeff, and we decided to let Jeff know that we backed his direction. The bottom line is Jeff needed to do his job, and that is what he was asked to do, nothing more but nothing less. There was absolutely no directive to fire Doug Cole by me, or said in front of me, or insinuated, or implied. Jeff shared with us his issues that he became aware of and had documentation concerning Doug and his responsibilities as department head. Jeff was asked why he had not investigated these, and he gave no answer. We made it clear that it was his responsibility to act upon the issues as manager, and since we were now aware, we were just responsible if nothing was done. We stated we had faith in his ability to address all of the issues effectively in an effective manner, whichever manner chosen by him. I would absolutely love to discuss all of these in detail, but legally, absolutely none of us are permitted, either because they are personnel issues or under current investigation. None of this was taken lightly, or did we act hastily. We have been accused of being political, and if that were true, doesn't anyone think the timing of this is really bad for us to be the ones being political? We have been asked, why didn't you go through the public hearing? That was seriously considered, but once again, the issues related to the public hearing involved other employees and are considered personnel, and that we would not be able to make public at a public hearing. And the worst part of this for Monroeville is the mayor. In his official capacity as the mayor representing Monroeville, he chose to publicly state on TV false speculation while abusing the media for his own political agenda. That's absolutely shameful. I've heard so many rumors about my husband for over 2.5 years. First, it was assistant chief when we were appointed assistant chief. Then it was a canine officer when I asked about the status of one of ours. Then I asked about the rumor that a new officer would be placed into a detective position as an officer to avert the process, hence the beginning of a purposely calculated scheme to dishonor me and my family. My husband has voiced his desire to do many things related to bettering himself and doing more for his community. He took college courses to become a more skilled and knowledgeable officer. I'm very proud of what he's done, and he has many career ambitions, but most lately, none of them including detective. Within the last year, my husband was approved for outside employment by Doug, as required for his current goals. Doug should know this, and it was not anything to do with being a detective. But that doesn't make for a good story. Only the people who have a what's in it for me attitude can consistently make false accusations because they cannot understand people who just do things for the right reasons and nothing more. What is extremely concerning, and should be to everybody, is that the mayor of 5 years can make such false accusations, so false that they're actually impossible to happen the way he accuses. The law prevents it. No matter what anyone says, the law prevents it. The law that has been updated 3 times by council under Greg's watch. How does he not know this? The civil service law that we were ordered to abide by and have had in effect since 2006 prevents personal political promotions or appointments in the police department. That's the only division of this municipality where you have such a law in effect that prevents them. The animosity towards me from the mayor is clear, and to do such a deceitful thing, and those who assist him are just as spiteful. There are some that actually believe things because the mayor says so, or they see it on TV. We have a mayor who plays by his rules and his rules only. He has said so on camera. A mayor that stated Robert's rules are not worth the paper they are written on, and is quoted many times that the borough code trumps the charter. The mayor has attacked me and my husband personally from the first day I started on council and has not stopped. From his past behaviors, women seem to be the specific target of his abuse. In the school system, he would be considered a bully. Anyone who knows me or my husband knows we would never use any position for personal gain. And if you thought about it because it's been purposely portrayed to make sense, you should kindly check out the facts before you indulge in such a rumor. The mayor has insulted decent people and respectable families in his effort to keep his good friend as chief to continue his political favors. Cronyism is alive and well, but it's not with me. Take a gander at the weekly morning breakfast at King's, the Palace Inn of the Present, and visit those who come for the Breakfast Club to discuss politics. You'll find the mayor there with a lot who were here tonight. Then there is the rumor about the mayor's relative, who I won't name, recently got into trouble with the law, and he asked Doug to help out. The mayor wants to keep his good friend as cheap as pulling out all the stops. Once the truth,
you need to, man. You need to say that name. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I'll let you. I wouldn't do that to your relative, though. I will not do that.
I don't
I'll
have
tell
a
you who
damn
it
clue
is.
what you. Yeah,
I'll
tell
tell
me.
you who it is.
Please run the meeting, Mayor.
Once the truth is allowed to be told, will all the stone throwers
You're
be
right.
back to apologize?
We'll deal with that legally,
Will the
but go
mayor?
ahead.
That's right. I heard it. I heard it from two people, and I didn't call out. I would never call out a name like that to disrespect anybody.
Mr. Johns.